Hey guys, welcome to another great episode of the Anime Breakdown Show. I'm your host with the most, your boy vxKingPinxv, coming at you guys with another great show. Today's going to be another Shigikai no Jin Attack on Titan, episode 15, Special Ops Squad, night before the Counteroffensive. And must I say, this was another great story. This was more about character development. It leaves off kind of where it exactly left off last time. With the shit kind of getting kicked out of Eren by Captain Levi. And in that part, they were demonstrating that Levi had control. In my last review I did, somebody made a suggestion talking about, you said there was no action. What do you call that kick to the face? It's a kick to the face. That's not action. That was building drama. That was building suspense. If you don't know that, you might need to learn what the difference is between drama, plot, suspense, and thrillers and climaxes when it comes to a storyline. They were just building up to something. They build up to the kick in the face, which I don't consider that action. It was completely suspenseful, drama, whatever you want to call it, but it wasn't action. And in this one, they had no action. We got to learn more about the people who are going to be watching over Eren at this point in time with Captain Levi, and they're the elite of the elite, the best of the best. You know, whatever you want to call them. These guys are the cream of the crop, literally. He kind of went over the names of each one of them. He gave how many kills they had for each Titan and how many assists they had. You got to think of it like a basketball team. That's kind of the best analogy I can get, where you got some people who take the shot, some people who just assist in taking the shots, and people who sort of kind of take the shots. I mean, they had some all-around players, they had some specialty players. I mean, it was like, the best analogy I can come up with is a basketball team. They kind of get to this place way far from everybody else, a place where they can look after Eren, make sure he doesn't go berserk or whatever the case may be, and they get to this HQ that was built a long time ago that hasn't been in use for a while. And the first thing Captain Levi wants to do is clean the shit up. So he has people cleaning up, and then when Eren comes and finds out where he's going to end up being at this point in time, he finds out that he has to get put in the basement. So that's the only place they could control him if anything kind of caps off. We get to learn a little bit about Captain Levi, that he used to be a thug back in his day. He used to be a gangster. One of the gangster disciples. But anyways, that's what he did before he became a part of the Survey Corps. Then all of a sudden, he became this rigid, strict, follow the rules kind of guy. And, something just obviously changed in his life to make him be that way. The next thing was, you got to meet the Dr. Hanji. She comes in, I guess, early while they're having like a little night discussion with Eren and some of the Survey Corps people. At a table, whatever. She comes in, and all of a sudden, Eren asks her questions about her work, and everybody gets the hell out. Everybody moves the fuck on and just walks out on her. But she goes through the whole motion of explaining, the two captured Titans, her experiments, how she named them. So you get to learn a lot of character development within her and what her purpose will be throughout this entire time. And through her story, I guess Eren has a reawaken his spirit about his resolve, what he wants to do, what changes he want to make, and once he kind of realizes why everybody else is there, why he should be there, he kind of gets perked up. She kind of re-explains the story all night long. By the next morning, he's like exhausted, he's tired, and the next thing that happens at this point in time is somebody kills Sunny and Bean, the Titan she named, the Titan she kind of has feelings for in a certain way, but she understands her job nonetheless. And they don't know who killed these Titans. These Titans were under watch guards or whatever, a watchman or whatever, and somebody snuck in, and it had to have been somebody of the Survey Corps because they used the gear machines to get away or whatever the case may be, and they did it really quick. And then, just like anything else, the Levi was like, come on, let's go. We got to get back, Eren. The military police is going to have to handle this now. And then one of I think it was, I can't remember the guy's name, the guy who got him off the hook of being literally executed, came and asked him a question. Well, I guess kind of like, what does this make you feel? Who do you think the enemy is? And he said, Sorry for the odd question. Now, immediately in my mind thought was one of two things. Either he was just curious about what he thought, or that guy killed those Titans to see what kind of reaction he would get out of Aaron. So maybe he's conducting his own experiment to kind of see what his loyalty is like. Now, we all know, since Aaron was a kid, since he got with Miska and his other friend, or whatever the case may be, he's a normal kid, and somehow his dad did an experiment on him, and it turned him out to be this vicious monster. So I don't really feel like, unless he just is totally unaware, I don't feel like he's a threat at this point in time. So obviously everybody's testing him, trying to figure out who he is and what he can do. I feel like at this point he's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's just in a bad situation, and people just take him for granted at this point in time. Obviously, he's going to have to go through these motions to prove himself, to let everybody know he's not a risk, he's not a threat. And at this point, we'll have to just see how this all turns out. So as you guys do your thing below, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me guys know what you thought of this review. And peace.